The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
50. Money!
Right there, 56.
No gain on this defense.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. On second down, it's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play. In college, I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Preston Smith there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
I got one.
Hey, Steamer.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Hey, we're good.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Everson Griffin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slam, slam, slam. Shift.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check three, check three. Bang, 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 bang.
Jump out.
Check, check.
Right now. You got 58. Wide left. Look 58.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Preston Smith on the tackle. A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here I come again. Here I come.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 25.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Funchess has it complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
You block over here.
4 yards on the
Check, check. First down.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Shift.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hey, Charlie.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Come on.
Throwing on second and 14. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And the Vikings first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Cousins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Rodgers now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check. Crunch.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Mattison with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go. Strong right.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
3 down.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Quick the edge. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check 26. Out. Inside. Big edge. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check. 382, last 50.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Leave it. Ring up 48. He's coming.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
36.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go one more.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Don't get nervous.
Mike's 56.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Cousins on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Push him back.
Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
That's another.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. With the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So how about that comeback that we just